They called him the most troublesome man in West Africa. But he wasn't a troublemaker. He was just a king, born a slave, crowned by his own will, and betrayed by an empire that feared his power. This is King Jaja of Opobo, the man who turned resistance into legacy. He was born around 1821 in Imo State. His name was Mbanaso Okwara Ozorumba. Some say rivals of his father sold him. He was taken as a boy and sold into slavery, ending up in Bonny, the biggest trade city in the Niger Delta. In Bonny, he worked under a wealthy chief called Madu. He started as a canoe paddler, hauling palm oil and goods through the creeks, But he was very clever. He learned how the trade worked. He learned how to read people, negotiate, build trust, And over time, he rose from servant to merchant. And by his 30s, this former slave had become one of Bonny's biggest traders. When his master died, Jaja took over the business and the heavy debts that came with it. He paid it all off, rebuilt everything, grew richer than most chiefs. Even British officials, they noticed. One called him the most influential man on the Imo River. But success in Bonny meant enemies. His main rival was a man named Okojombo. Their fight, it wasn't just about business. It was about power, religion, control. Then in 1868, a fire destroyed most of Jaja's stores. His rivals saw weakness and they went to war. Bonny descended into chaos. Jaja knew that he couldn't win that fight, so he made a smarter move. During the so-called peace talks, he quietly prepared to leave. When the moment was right, he took his people, that's like 14 of Bonny's 18 trading houses, and he walked away. They traveled all the way to the east to the mouth of the Imo River, and they built a new settlement. He called it Opobo. It was named after an old Bonny king named Opobo the Great. And on Christmas Day in 1870, Jaja was crowned King Jaja of Opobo. Within months, Opobo took over the palm oil trade. By 1870, they were already exporting around 8,000 tons of oil a year, straight to British buyers. Bonny's merchants, they lost everything. Some said over 100,000 pounds vanished from their trade. The former slave who had built a kingdom had outperformed his old masters. Jaja's rule was very strict, but he was fair. He recreated the Bonny system of trade houses, but under one central authority, his own. He paid inland producers well. He built loyalty through kinship, trust. He kept his word. But he did not tolerate nonsense. When some inland traders in Kwa Ibo tried to bypass him, he sent troops. People died, a lot. It was brutal, but it kept the system firm. He also refused to let Christian missionaries in. He had seen how they had divided Bonny. Instead, he opened